Story time, everybody. Let me apologize in advance for any graphic language. We usually keep it PG around here, but I gotta tell you this story. So I'm a real estate agent, and I also produce real estate media for other agents. And today I was at a job to shoot some photos, listing photos and drone photos of a house. Well, one of the neighbors didn't appreciate seeing my drone in the air. And when I put my drone away to get my other camera out on the tripod, he decided to yell at me from his back porch. Now this dude's yelling at me, "What the fuck are you doing near my truck with that camera? And you got the drone over my yard. What are you doing?" So I'm explaining to him, "Hey, I'm a real estate photographer. I was hired to shoot photos of this house. You know, none of my cameras were ever focused on your house or your property or your truck. I'm just shooting photos of this house across the street." And the dude just keeps going, "Well, I saw your drone over my house. I'm calling the cops, this and that." So I tell him, "You can call the cops. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'll show you. I can show you the photos." Next thing I know, this dude's coming off of his property and crossing the street and coming at me. I don't think I've ever had my life threatened before until today. He's going on and on about how there's been break-ins and his brother's truck was broken into, and what am I doing with my camera near his truck? And I'm showing him. I said, "I got to be on this side of the street so I can see the house and take pictures of it." And by this point, I'm on the opposite side of the street from his truck, and this guy is just walking at me. He's like 4 feet in front of me, walking at me, yelling, "Get away from my truck, get away from my truck." This must have been a show for the neighbors. And it got to the point where he's yelling at me and says, "If you don't back up, I'm smashing that camera and breaking your neck." Like, holy cow, guy. He's also saying how I've got nothing on me, showing that I'm a realtor. I'm not where. So I forget a lot of what he said, but man, I got into the seller's house to shoot photos of the inside, and I got away from this dude. And I'll tell you what, nothing usually riles me up too much, but I was shaking pretty good. So I just want to say, whoever has similar jobs like me, you know, where you're just out in public, going to people's houses, boy, be careful. All I did that whole time was try to de-escalate the situation, but holy cow, be careful out there, people. Just be careful.